Hey guys, Simon from Wild Earth, once again coming to you from the Canadian Rockies. I've been out here doing lots of running in the mountains and making use of the kind of beautiful terrain that they have here. So I thought I'd take an opportunity to go through a few of the different things that I take with me on a run when I'm out on the trails. Now, I suppose it makes sense to start with the vest. I've been running in the Salomon Advanced Skin 12. That 12 means it has 12 litres of space, which means I can easily fit all the gear in that I need when I'm going on a mountain run. One thing I would recommend with a vest, it's probably worth going for that extra capacity if you feel like in the future you might get into ultra runs or just longer distances, because often in races there will be mandatory gear lists and you need to be able to fit everything inside your vest. On top of that, it does have lots of different features. We've got zip pockets in the front here, which are great to store valuables or your phone. You've got a little flip out pocket as well for your keys, which just means you can keep them exactly where you need them to be if you are running back to the car. You've also got lots of different little bits in here as well, like you've got a little whistle just tucked away there. And you'll find as you go on as well, there's lots of different little bits of elastic and little hoops all around the vest that you can take these off and kind of change them around just depending on what you need to take with you. This is really, really useful when it comes to actually taking running poles with you. And I'll show you a bit more about that in a minute. But you've got 12 litres of capacity on the back, room for a bladder in there as well. And it also comes with a thermal insulated sleeve, which you can just slide your bladder into and run the hose around the side. As mentioned before, it does come with those two soft flasks. These are both 500ml bottles and come with a bite valve. So nice wide brim, super easy to fill up, and then the bite valve is just super easy to use whilst you're on the move as well. For extra water on longer runs, I'll carry a Katadyn B3 filter with me. I forgot it today, but it is always in my bag when I'm out on a run. The screw top to that actually fits on the Salomon soft flasks as well, but it's great just to scoop up a bit of water, screw that lid on and then squirt it back into your soft flasks. It's super easy, super straightforward, and means if you know your run's got water on it, you don't need to be carrying litres of it with you. You can even stick with 500ml and just know you can refill it all of the time. So another great piece of kit to have with you when you are on the move. Going on from there, I've always got nutrition with me in one way or another, like a few energy blocks or gels as well. Obviously that depends on the length of the run and where you're going and what you're doing, but there's also some kind of food tucked away somewhere in the vest there as well. Then moving on from there, especially in the mountains, I will always take a couple of layers with me, and to be honest with you, on any longer run this is really what I would recommend doing. I've got a mid layer here from Salomon that I use. It's like a thin fleece that rolls up pretty small and can fit in the back of my pack. Just a quarter zip, keeps me nice and warm but also relatively lightweight. As for a rainproof and windproof option, I've got the really lightweight Ultimate Direction Ultra Jacket. It's 30,000, 30,000. So that means it's really waterproof and it's really breathable, and it only weighs about 180 grams. So this rolls down really small and easily fits in my jacket as well. There's a nice little stuff pocket around the back. You can even fit that in if you don't want to put it into the main section. What I really like about this jacket as well is it does have a great hood with adjustable pull strings. It has a good visor to keep the rain off of your face as well. And it also has fold out mitts. So nice little waterproof mitt covers that you can just use to keep your fingers a bit warmer or your hands a bit warmer if it does get a bit chillier. Again, especially in the mountains, but on a lot of longer runs, you don't know what's going to happen to the weather, so go prepared and take those things with you. I've got a couple of bits that I always have in a bag, even if I'm hiking or trail running, especially on your own or in more technical terrain. I've got an emergency blanket. This is very lightweight, very easy to pack, and it just keeps you warm and keeps you dry if the worst happens and you do kind of get stuck somewhere and you need to wait out for a rescue or for someone to come and find you. So again, hopefully something you'll never have to use, but really nice to have that in the vest. I also take a small medical kit with me, just with a few things like antiseptic wipes, tape, plasters, a few bits like that inside there as well. So once again, pop that in the back. Hopefully you'll never have to use it, but good to have just in case. talking about emergency situations, we'll always travel with a Garmin InReach Mini as well. So if it's not myself carrying it, someone in the group will have one. Often we'll have a couple between us. This is a GPS device that offers an SOS function as well. So if the worst happens, you can call out for a helicopter rescue or something like that, and it will pinpoint your exact location. You can also ping your location to others that are signed up to the Garmin apps. So it will track you as you go and let people know you're getting in safe. You are also able to two-way message on this when you link it up to your phone. So you can send and receive either preset messages and sometimes create your own. So a really useful piece of kit to look into as well if you are going out in more dangerous, unpredictable terrain or on your own. Something that I suppose is a little bit more specific to the North American area, but bear spray. So for me, one of my 500ml bottles comes out of the front of my vest. The bear spray goes in. So if I do come across any bears, I've got this with me. But again, a must have. Everybody in the group ideally, but multiple people in the group should have that. My second 500ml bottle then simply pops around the back of my vest, tucks underneath, just ready to swap over when I need more water. Last but not least, and this is a new addition to me, but running poles. These are the Helinox Passport, and these things are amazing. I used them recently on a run where we had about 1600 meters of elevation gain. And they're so small and so lightweight, they can fit almost anywhere on my vest. They can fit on the front next to my water bottles, on the back below my main bag, or to the side of the bag as well. I found carrying in any of those locations didn't really bother me. Even at the front here, they were so easy to pop out, open up, and then use them for the uphills. They're so light, like even carrying them in your hand is not an issue if you're not really using them at the time. Just carry them in your hands until you get to the next piece of elevation gain and you can start using those to shoot on up. Highly recommend investing in a pair of running poles if you are taking on a lot of elevation. And that's it. And that all easily fits inside my running vest with space to spare as well. So loads of places for little snacks to hide in there, but that's it, what I use when I'm trail running in the mountains.